My dad is good too. He recently broke into a gym at 3 AM, worked out by himself, and left. His reasoning was most gyms are 24 hours now, so if I get caught I'll just sue them for not being open. He's not the most stable old man in the world, but he is fit AF. Really? Because your comment history said you haven't seen nor talked to your dad since you were 7, and that he was an abusive meathead. Stop lying. Today I was with my niece at the Walmart and this old white woman made a sly comment about my niece and I's hair looking unkempt and third worldly. Before I could even speak my niece told her, our hair sits on our head like crowns. You will respect us for the king and queen that we are. Did I mention that my niece is 6 months old? I was so proud. Wait, at 6 months you can't talk, especially not full sentences. Well, my 6-month-old niece can. Hashtag black girl magic. The bitter almond tree was banned in America in 1995 because it's the highest source of B17 which prevents and treats cancer. Still trust your government? This isn't true at all. They aren't banned. The sale is regulated because they contain a fairly high level of cyanide. Holy. We just made history today. We can all tell our kids one day that we attended the first ever virtual concert at Fortnite game. The first ever? Unless you're solely talking about Fortnite. No, lol. Airbnb review. Guest, if you're going to stay here, you should be aware that this host lives on the other side of the wall and will drop in unannounced. He will also be frank about the conversations he overheard. The house itself, although quite dirty, is beautiful. This would be an ideal photoshoot or movie location. Response from host. The listing states that the host lives on the property. The bedrooms are all upstairs and the host has a room downstairs behind the laundry room. He can only hear very loud voices and would not have entered the house if your group wasn't drunk and yelling offers to pay someone to eat one of the goldfish from our pond. The house was professionally cleaned before your arrival and was filthy when your group left, including vomit on bathroom floor. The kids were racing each other up and down the stairs, which is dangerous. You should have stayed with the group since you booked the house. So my kid has now realized the full potential of the little recliner we got him. I doubt that is your kid. The picture has been floating around the internet for years. OP has been caught being a reposting fucktard. Tasha's corn badge. The niece gave it to me after her last day of shooting on Skin of Evil. It's been on my desk for nearly 31 years. Oh friend, my final scene on at Star Trek was not in Skin of Evil but Symbiosis, which was filmed out of order. You came to the set to thank me and brought a cake, then ceremoniously ripped off my communicator badge saying you won't be needing this anymore. Don't remember? Sent my workplace guitar to be fixed. Didn't get the guitar back and no one answered the phone ever since. Response from the owner. A new bone nut and saddle were hand carved and installed free of charge for the customer because of a delay. I've tried multiple times to return this guitar via phone call and text message over the last few months, with the most recent attempt on the 28th of October 2018. I have not yet received a response. I make thousands of dollars a month blackmailing pedophiles. So it all started a year ago. I learned how to crack accounts like Spotify, Hulu, etc. The easy stuff. Then recently I thought of an amazing idea to make quick money. It's pretty well known that Tumblr has a huge amount of pedophiles on their platform. So I came up with the idea of trying to crack Tumblr accounts and browse their account and look for pedophile activity. I would crack thousands a day and check 200 to 400 accounts a day for pedophile activity. I usually find one account out of every 100 that's involved with pedophile stuff. Most of the pedophile accounts I find use their personal email address with their first and last name, so it's very easy to find them. Lots of people have their email attached to their LinkedIn account too. I then simply find their home address using white pages with the information I have. So what I do is I screenshot their Facebook page, location on Google Maps and all of the pedophile stuff they participated in on Tumblr, and I demand a payment of $1,000 to $8,000 in Bitcoin. I usually come up with the price depending on how their house looks. The nicer/bigger, the more I will charge. I provide full instructions on how to purchase Bitcoin as well, and if I don't receive a payment within 24 hours I send all the pictures to their family and local authorities. 80% of the people agree to pay, and 20% don't. I'm only 17, and I have made around $32,000 these past 2 months doing this. I don't feel wrong at all doing this. Edit. After viewing some comments I came to the conclusion I will report people to the authorities, even if they have paid. Anyways guys, I'm done with replying to all your comments. Gonna log out now. Spoke to some victims of child abuse, and I'm so sorry for all of you who had to experience abuse growing up. Maybe soon I'll stop doing this for profit and just report each one. Who knows? That's all for now. Bye. I saw Mr. Robot 2. /quit your bullshit. Very bad customer service. Also rude. You shouldn't put up hours if you're not going to be able to keep them. No help but being terrible. Response from the owner. I'm sorry you feel that way and we were nothing but accommodating to you. But when you try to bring a 6-pack of beer into our shop and you were obviously inebriated, we are not tattooing you. We don't have a 5-star review across the board because we are bad at customer service, so we're hoping people realize this is bogus. Let it be known you were also rude to the female client who walked in before you and was about to be tattooed. We do not tattoo people who are drinking, and you would not make an appointment for the next day like Emil asked you to. You wanted it then and there and nothing he could have said or done would make you happy because you were loud, rude and obnoxious and drunk. Let it be known, if you came back again the cops were being called. I used to drive a bus. I was going over a crossing and the motor died. I had kids yelling train, so I opened the door and got the kids off. I checked to make sure everyone was off, and last thing I remember was running to the front of the bus. All I could think of was I hope the kids were far enough away. The only one hurt was me. I lost my left eye, but it was worth it knowing none of the kids got hurt or killed. I looked at your channel. I don't think they let 15-year-olds drive buses. I made this. It took 6 hours. What program do you use? I forgot cause it was on my friend's computer, but it's pretty cool to me. /quit your bullshit. Bohemian Rhapsody shock. Queen turns down Oscars opening performance. Queen stars Brian May and Roger Taylor, who worked on Freddie Mercury biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, have reportedly turned down opening the Oscars. Nope. We never turned down playing at the Oscars. We're just happy and proud that Bohemian Rhapsody has received 5 nominations, and we will be there in support. Yep. I hate Windows updates, and they do usually cause more problems than anything, but when I only see my desktop when logging into Steam, it's the best option despite being a hot pile of garbage sometimes. I forcefully ripped Windows Update out of my computer and a few weeks later Microsoft emailed me and were like, yo, how the fuck did you do that? Answer, meticulously browsing all system files and deleting every one of the update ones that's not dealing with Windows Defender. Took 9 hours but worth it. Bricked the system 4 times, but eventually got it. You really think people believe your BS? Microsoft did not email you. We had to walk to school in temperatures like this and it never hurt any of us. According to weather statistics and history, you full of crap. This is a record-breaking cold system. The closest was back in the 80s, and didn't come close to the record-breaking temps this time. So you are just full of crap. A couple of weeks ago, I went to have breakfast at. I ordered a toasted cheese and tomato on focaccia bread. What I received was a soggy toastie like the ones you get at McDonald's. It was actually worse than that. So disgusting. Won't go there ever again. Response from the owner. Hi. Thank you so much for your review. We are saddened by your comments. We have been in business for the past 9 years. Within that 9 years we have never used, let alone served focaccia bread. Airbnb review. Guest. We rented this Airbnb for Super Bowl Sunday. We got there and instantly felt stalked by the next door renters. We got inside, and the duplex had a weird smell to it. After walking in, the place wasn't updated. It had children's cribs and feeding high chairs everywhere. There was no brightness, everything was dim. The house had a creepy vibe to it. Bathrooms don't lock. The closets have beds in them and rocking chairs. This house is creepy and definitely haunted. We didn't even stay the night. We left because of all the bad vibes we got. I don't recommend this place to anyone. Owner, I'm sorry that my place was not up to your expectations. Your reservation told me 4 guests. The stalker is the lady who lives next door, and she sent me a message stating that more than 10 people were at the house and she would let me know if there was any issue. My description specifically states no parties. She's not a stalker. My place is listed as family friendly. That's why there is a crib and high chair. Not everyone wants that, I assume. I gave you a good review, since beds were not touched. Granite in kitchen and bathrooms and wood floors to me, and all other reviews on here are considered upgrades. I'm sorry you felt the $70 was a waste. My pictures are an accurate reflection of the place. Your reservation was not accurate, which said 4 people. New product has launched on Kickstarter. Coveroo 180/360 blanket. Hey guys, I just seen this awesome new blanket, was wondering what everyone thought. It looks like a better mousetrap. Shark Tank lingo. Great show. Your account is brand new, and soon after creation you waltz into r/self and say, wow, just found this new Kickstarter project. What do you guys think? Pack up your snake oil stand and head over to Facebook